What's good? It's Chigozie. It's Tuesday, October 2nd, 2018. And I noticed a heavy saturation of Donald Trump inside the propaganda today. And then, of course, realized it's because today is a date with a life lesson number of 23 and 50 numerology. You also get 12, the reflection of 21, and 30. Day with 90 days remaining, sun equals 9. Who are we talking about? This is propaganda about Donald 5023 Trump. He's playing the role of Saturn, the keeper of time. Saturn 93, 21, 69, 42. So on 2/10, in numerology, you can drop the 0. Day with reflection of 12, 21, 12 numerology. Saturn also sums you 30. That's the 19th letter. 1 plus 9 is 10. So when you add them all, you get 30. And what is he doing? Mocking Ford's testimony. First off, all he's mocking are the sheep who fall for this propaganda, thinking it's real. Testimony is what he's mocking. Testimony sums you 41. T is the 20th letter. 2 plus 0 is 2. So you do that with everything else. E becomes 5 still because it's a single digit. That's the 19th letter. 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. So you just reduce each letter, add them all, 41. So we have Donald Trump, Trump 2350, with the whole testimony propaganda event. 1 plus 0 plus 2 plus 20 plus 18, 41. And now we have him inside this propaganda. Also sums to 140 using the alphabetical order without doing any sort of reduction. 140, 14 is the same thing. So we get this date numerology. We get it matching with Donald Trump and him being in all the propaganda. Why are they talking about Trump helped his parents evade taxes? They're talking about taxes because taxes equals 30. It's a date with 30 numerology. Real quick, I noticed prosecutors. This prosecutor alone sums to 120. This is the 10th month, second day, October 2nd. Just 1, 2, 12, Moon 57, 12, or excuse me, 21. Jews 57, Scottish Rite 57, Illuminati 150, 120. Tax evasion sums to 140, just like testimony, has that same similar gematria. And here we're talking about tax evasion, testimony, they have 14 numerology. So we have who? Donald Trump. Donald sums to 31. Here, oh, well, we'll go back to that in a second. But you see how they emphasize Bart? Kavanaugh called himself and his friends loud, obnoxious drunks in 1983 letter. Again, murder 83. This is a symbolic murder of his career. They signed it Bart. That is coded, if I recall correctly, that's up to Freemasonry 67. But do you see what they're doing here? Bart equals 31 like Donald. As I was showing. Donald, 31. Bart, 31. And then Bart sums to 41 and 14. And then a date with 41 and 14 numerology, they're giving you that detail inside this propaganda right here. Every single time, it never fails. The Scottish Rite Freemasons, the Jewish Kabbalists, this is their propaganda. The Jesuit Order of the Catholic Church, this is their propaganda. And they apply this Kabbalah to it. Every single time it is a ritual to them. Always syncing up the date numerology with the gematria that they're emphasizing. 14 midterm races could change US on a date with 14 numerology. 1 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 8, 14. All the 14s inside the propaganda. They even have the nigger right here wearing 30. On a date with 30 numerology. Nigger, reversing and reducing sums to 30. Again, 10 plus 2 plus 18, 30 numerology. In the sports section of the propaganda. Negro equals 59, the 17th prime. It looks like this guy's wearing a 17, the other black guy. Kanye West explains his 13th Amendment comments, having this on the front page on a date with 41 numerology. That is the 13th prime number. Here we have Kanye West then in this 13 themed piece of propaganda. A new underwater tour of Lake Tahoe. Let's just see what Lake Tahoe sums to. But usually articles like these could have been published before, but just brought back in our face, which means it's still going to have very relevant gematria. So we're bringing it back in our face. Tahoe 23, reversing and reducing. A date with a life lesson number of 23. They're putting this piece of propaganda in our face. Do you understand how this is working? I can't just sit here and say, oh, they're going to sink Lake Tahoe, and they're calling it Tahoe right here, syncing this up with the date numerology, bringing it back in our face today. I mean, assuming this came out before today. It could have just come out today, but regardless, they're putting it in our face today because of the date numerology. Life lesson number of 23. 10 plus 2 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 8, 23. Symbol 2386, Lake Tahoe, very well a symbol. And inside this propaganda, they are literally doing this right now. Why do you think they call it Lake Tahoe? It's a symbol. Lake Tahoe, 33, 48, Freemason 48, Scottish Rite 165, 78, Masonry 33. I had a very good hunch that was going to happen. In the minute 5 video, Masonry 33, 105. This is Masonry, this is Freemasonic propaganda. We're decoding it right now. We've been doing that the entire time. Zionism also equals 105. Snorkeling destinations, 11 of the best places in the world, 11 the master number. Here we have the Master Masons coding all this shit ritualistically with their blue and red pillars of Freemasonry. 419, the 81st prime, ritual 81. Clinton laughs at Kavanaugh's comment. Hillary Clinton is literally a comedian, an actor. This is exactly why she's doing that. She's told to Brett Kavanaugh, another comedian for the federal government. Scary time, 58 like Freemasonry, 113 like Scottish, like dishonest. Right here in this propaganda with Anderson Cooper, Mr. 36. Scary time also equals 41. Again, date with 41 numerology. Put in this piece of propaganda right here. Nigger 42. Here we have, was this Eric Holder or some actor that looks like him? In the 204, the reflection of 42 video. Black Man 21, 231, the 21st triangular number. Here we have Don Lemon, another theatrical actor for the Jewish Kabbalists. Yeah, stop wasting your money on federal government apparel. When a school pays $500 million for a stadium, this is what I think it is. No. Oh, Michigan. Yes, guys, this is what I mean when I say that in this part of the world, at least, from what I can observe, Michigan, Ohio, their mind's eyes are very, very, very captivated by these fake and rigged sports. Look at all this goy watching these events that they think are completely real, that you can call out and predict in advance because they're fake. Rigged by the Freemasons. So we're not going to go through all this. I'm just going to close the video because I just know there's going to be another, Jesuit 78, Scottish Rite 78, Philema 35. So these are different stadiums and how much money they steal from you to build them ritualistically by them. All of these buildings, every single one of these stadiums were built ritualistically by the Freemasons, who are master builders. University of Minnesota. I can't also help but ignore this 58-85 sequence, Freemasonry 58, federal government 85. This right here, U of M is the federal government. It is the Freemasons, which are this one world order federal. That's all it is, guys. Please never think I mean the people in the White House. No, those are the actors, the theater troops for the federal government who are deceiving you on a daily basis through scripted propaganda. Look at this. Sun Devils. First off, it's called Sun Devils. Oh, yeah, Arizona Sun Devils. Sun Devil Stadium. I mean, who do you think named that? Opened in 1958. This Luciferian Masonic gang. Scary Time 58. Freemasonry 58. Secret Society. Secret Society, Something 58. There's something else I wanted to see, but of course I forgot during my chain. But it was just more Masonic examples. Sun Devil, Something 47. Very special number to Freemasons. Masonic 74 to Reflection. God 55, Satan 55. Here we have the Sun Devil Stadium. Lucifer, Something 74, like Masonic. 70 is the same numbers. Because they are a Luciferian gang. Masonic also Something 38. As the 19th letter reducing once. Let's just see Bionics Gematria because it's right there in the front page. We gotta make sure that the pattern is, we can still be seeing what they're doing. Okay, so nothing here stands out the date numerology, but it doesn't matter. It means that they're still coding something. Death, Killing, Murder 38, Prophecy 52, 110. A pretty prophetic photo they got going right here. Environmentally friendly at 280 million, University of Washington. Mason 28, George Washington, a Master Mason, a 33rd degree Master Freemason, Scottish Rite Freemason, an actor. Highest ranking Freemason in America. And here, Mason 28, 280 million for Washington. 11, the master number, 301 million. 31, the 11th prime number. Federal 138, 70,138. And then here, another 31. 31 foot tall. Do you see what I'm saying? We're talking about the master Freemason, George Washington, University of Washington in Seattle. Seattle, a very Masonic place. They love to do everything by the number 47. The 47, well, the tower makes a full rotation every 47 minutes. Seattle equals 107. Seattle equals 28. 107, the 28th prime. You see what I'm saying? And it sums to 82, the reflection of 28. That is the number for Mason. 28 for Thelema. 28, Zion. 28, Israel. 28. You know, all these installments from the Zionist Jew order, you know, summing to 28. So all of their proxies. So here, Washington equals 28. Not Washington, but Seattle, 28. Here we have 28 there. And then 31 there, 31 there. 31's the 11th prime, 11 the master number. I said we weren't going to do this, but I mean, I'm just trying to scroll down fast, but it's hard to ignore the shit that stands out. You know, the master builder number, Rocky Mountain High 220. Very special number to football, National Football League. Sums to 220, just using that alphabetical order. Just like that football stadium with the 80,500, 805, or 858, or 585. It was probably the reflection of that. Yeah, 50,000, 80. You saw it. You know what I mean. National Football League also equals 85, but it equals 220. Football game of 11 on 11, 22 the master builder number. And look, this is Ram. I mean, I know this is probably their Rams, but you know, with the LA Rams, they're putting Rams here with the NFL numbers, and the Rams seem like they're doing well this season, heading towards a potential Super Bowl. You know, thanks Seamus for saying some things about that in the comments. But I mean, look here, they're pairing Rams with the National Football League number. Very interesting. I'm going to keep that in mind. With a 41,000 capacity, I saw that enough. If you're out 226, if you write out 226, you get 93, 96, Freemason 96, Saturn 93, Propaganda 93. Whew. So that was a good amount of propaganda. Here, just more propaganda that entices you to spend your tokens more at these places. And if you're new, like, what is he talking about? The green pieces of paper, you can also have them charged to a card inside a bank account. They're a fiat system used to control your energy and control your mind and make you spend it on a bunch of worthless shit that's literally meant to kill you. I mean, look, they're literally trying to kill you. I mean, talk about population control. I don't understand. I never got how people would think population control is even a conspiracy, let alone conspiracy theory. I guess you can argue it's a conspiracy, but there's nothing theoretical about this. But is it even a conspiracy? They're literally saying you can go to the NFL's stadiums. Well, this is property of the NFL. The NFL is literally serving you this thing to murder you ritualistically, of course. I'm pretty sure they named this accordingly and all things. What is it even called? Gridiron Challenge Burger. If this has death sacrifice numbers, it's over. How about close the video regardless? Oh, Football 133. The Gridiron Challenge Burger has the same gematria as football. You know, even better. Unbelievable. What a bunch of by the numbers bullshit. You know? Ridiculous. And the 77th prime number, Theater 77, Judaism 77, Washington, D.C. and the 77th Meridian, Tom Brady, the star actor for the NFL, pretty much the lead protagonist in the entire NFL saga right now. He was born in 77. Seven times 7 is 49. If you're out 77, you get 49. Revelation 49, Super Bowl 49. So that's a nice clue right here too. Let's see, is there a video length? 450, that's just 45. Ritual 45. I was telling you it's a ritual. New World Order 75. There we go. There we go. You see the length of the video? Murder equals 34. And literally this federal government murder weapon from the NFL right here in this 34-second video. You know, just when I was like, okay, they didn't code murder numbers in the name. And, you know, they have to have it right in the video. 34 seconds. With this death trap, this death device right here. You know, unbelievable. It's like I'm having a heart attack just looking at this. Oh my God. You know, yeah, they'll have this later, something that's a little bit more mild, but I mean, look at this, what they're trying to sell you the most. A 34-second video. That's not a coincidence. I hope no one thinks that's a coincidence, that murder numbers. No, they're literally murdering you with all this bullshit, all of this stuff. It's all here to kill you slowly. So, I hope it's a good nutrition lesson. That, you know, this is the population control part of the video. If you wanna see examples of real population control, because think about it, you sit your ass all day long at work, don't do shit, and then you go home, drink beer, watch fake sports, to then on the weekends use your tokens that you earned from slaving away to pay tax dollars to then go and give it all back to the people you're paying tax dollars to. We're going through these scripted games. You just sit your ass there for several more hours. You know, remember you drove there too in your car for a bunch of time. So you're sitting there, and not only are you sitting there, you're sitting there eating this bullshit, poisoning your body while watching completely fake, rigged sporting events. You know, by a bunch of actors in tights, a bunch of mediocre actors like Tom Brady, you know, guy who can barely do anything. His receivers are always wide open all the time. I mean, guys, I don't have to watch football often to see whenever Tom Brady's in the game, they're like setting everything up perfectly for him. There's always a him. What's his name? Before. I'm not even saying that John Elway is athletically bad or Peyton Manning, but they still had the same shit, you know? All these gold opportunities just purposely made for them. You can just see it happen right in the field. Like, I don't like, how do people not see that there's a bunch of actors throwing around a pigskin? So I hope that's a takeaway here. If you insist on going to waste your time at these sporting events, you know, watch out for the death mines laying around. It's now October 3rd. Just real quick glimpse of the date numerology. Chaos 89, Freemason 42. I already talked a lot about Tesla, NASA. This is coming, I want to say 3 months, 5 days from Elon Musk's birthday, NASA 35. But we'll see what happens. Donald 31. Expect more continuation of his propaganda, Saturn 42. Peace out.